Prince Louis bangs his fists on palace balcony as he steals the show during Flypast. Prince Louis joined the rest of the working royals on the balcony following the coronation of his grandfather King Charles, and yet again he made a series of adorable faces. Prince Louis stole the show on the Buckingham Palace balcony once again as he banged his fists awaiting the RAF Flypast. After the coronation ceremony, the newly crowned King Charles and Queen Camilla appeared on the balcony as they greeted the crowds waiting out on the mall. Joining them were the Prince and Princess of Wales and their children, as well as the other senior working royals and the pages of honor. As they waited for the scaled-down Flypast to start, Louis was seen adorably banging his fists on the balcony, impatiently waiting for it to start amid the rainy weather. Although after he looked up in awe as she stood beside his sister as the helicopters and the iconic red arrows flew overhead. His appearance on the balcony came after the 5-year-old was seen adorable yawning and fidgeting during the service for his grandfather the King's coronation. The 5-year-old royal attended Westminster Abbey with his parents the Prince and Princess of Wales and siblings Prince George and Princess Charlotte. During the first half of the ceremony, he could be seen letting out a big yawn while also taking the opportunity to point out something of interest to his sister Charlotte. He yawned again shortly after the king was crowned, just after midday. Shortly afterwards, television footage showed he was no longer sitting in the row. It is understood that plans were in place for him to leave the service at some point. However, he returned for the national anthem at the end of the service and the procession out of the abbey. Footage showed him singing the national anthem God Save the King. He processed out of the abbey with Charlotte and his parents at the end of service and meet with George, who is acting as one of the king's pages of honor. The Wales family will then travel back to Buckingham Palace in a carriage as part of the grand coronation procession. Louis was regally dressed in a Hainsworth garter blue doeskin tunic with specially designed lace-work embellishment to the collar, cuffs and fronts, made by bespoke Savile Row tailors Deege and Skinner. His leg garment was black complete with garter blue stripe. The deeply religious and solemn ceremony is 2 hours long. Louis was not at his great-grandmother Elizabeth II's funeral in September. He has become known for entertaining royal fans with his reactions during royal celebrations. He was seen letting out a howl and clapping his hands over his ears on the Buckingham Palace balcony during the Platinum Jubilee Flypast as his Gan Gan the late Queen told him what was happening.